Am I the a-hole? Weight edition. Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my boyfriend for losing weight? Me, 21, female, and my boyfriend, 24, male, have been dating for 3 years. When I met my boyfriend, he was going through his weight loss journey himself, and while it was really impressive, he was bigger than me when we met. I was weighing in at like 195 pounds at the time. During the early stages of our relationship, he would always hint to me to lose weight, also saying how healthy it is to be a lower weight, and that he feels so much better, and I would too if I try to lose weight. I hadn't mentioned or previously thought about losing weight at this point, and when he would bring it up, I told him I didn't really want to, but eventually the constant talk of it from him pushed me to. I started to lose weight, and quite successfully, which seemed to aggravate him a little. As in when I dropped a size and wanted to buy some new clothes, he said I was being dramatic and could totally still fit into those clothes. This hurt because while I wasn't necessarily doing it for him, I thought he would be happy for me since he wanted me to do this. I think it also annoyed him because his progress slowed down a lot, and he also started to gain back weight. I didn't mind, but he did, which further annoyed him. Now recently, I'm quite a bit skinnier than before, and I guess that makes me more conventionally attractive, according to him, or whatever bullpoop. I don't agree. I very much like the way I looked before, and sometimes when I look at myself now, I feel a little hollow. Anyways, it's made him very insecure to the point where he doesn't like it when I go out without him, in fear I'll cheat on him or find someone else to fall in love with. Honestly, this fear of his was incredibly draining, especially when he was the one to push me to lose weight in the first place. I'm also the type of person to date someone with the intent to marry, and if he was this insecure about me potentially cheating on him when I've shown no signs of wanting it, then I couldn't do it. So I broke up with him. I told him I didn't like how insecure he was being, but he blew up about it and started getting angry, saying things like I would never look the way I did now if it weren't for him, and it was normal for a guy to be protective over his girlfriend. That only cemented my decision that this wasn't going to work out, so I left him. However, my friends are saying that was kind of assholey, especially when I knew how insecure he was about his own weight. I understood that point. He used to get bullied for his weight, but I wasn't breaking up with him because of his weight, but now I'm thinking maybe I could have handled it better. Top comments. Comment 1. Not the a-hole. He wanted you to lose weight, but when you had more progress than him, then his ego couldn't handle it. You deserve to be hyped up by the person who encouraged you to start the journey to begin with. Instead, he was belittling you. Yes, along you dramatic, because you were happy with your progress was a way to belittle you. You didn't dump him because of the weight. You dumped him because he wasn't emotionally mature enough to handle the situation, and that was starting to negatively affect your mental health. He needs therapy to handle that insecurity of his. Comment 2. Not the a-hole. He needs to grow up. I'm glad you are comfortable in your own skin regardless of your weight. Comment 3. Not the a-hole. There is no future in being with such a jealous, accusatory, and unreasonable person. Keep on walking. Story 2. Am I the a-hole for telling my boyfriend I'm not as sexually attracted to him anymore due to his weight? I know, judging by the title, you're already thinking I am definitely the a-hole, but please give this a read and tell me your thoughts. Me, 28, female, and my boyfriend, 29 male, have been together for over 5 years now. I absolutely adore my boyfriend. He makes me very happy, such a romantic, always so thoughtful, and always puts me first. Every day he shows he really cares about me. He gets along with my family, so while he already considers my family as his own and an extra bonus, he is very handsome. He has a Labrador-type personality for sure, and is always the life of the party. When we were first dating, his body type was a stocky, strong, rugby sort of build. However, his weight started to change from then. I did notice it, however, at the time it did not bother me at all. I just took it as its happy relationship weight. I'm sure you've all been there, including myself. We eventually did start to go to the gym together and would have a better balanced diet with healthy dinners, but still treat ourselves once a week. But over the last few years, he would go through phases of going to the gym a lot and then completely stop doing any exercise or much moving around for long periods of time. I noticed he would hide food from me as I would find food wrappers hidden under the car seat, or pizza and takeaway boxes hidden in storage cupboards of the house, where he probably forgot about throwing out when I wasn't looking. I never understood why he would hide it from me at the time, as I wasn't very strict about what we would eat together. Now, it has got to the point where his weight was making me slightly worried. His breathing became much heavier. He would struggle getting up from the corner of the L-shaped sofa. He has a bad knee from a rugby injury a few years ago, but now the pain is getting worse for him, His feet would be, "Sir, going out for walks," and when we share the bed, he takes up more than half of the bed. Shopping for clothes for him became difficult as everything he would try in the store's biggest size wouldn't fit him. To give you an idea, he gained over 50 kilograms since we got together, and now he's categorically obese. I want to be together with him for the rest of my life. He's my life partner. I want to see the world with him, adventure with him, grow old with him. I don't want him creating any health complications for himself in the future when they can be avoided. Sometime last year, I opened up to him about how I was starting to get concerned about his health. He didn't really say much, but of course I assumed it's because you wouldn't know how to respond when someone tells you this. I understand it's hard to hear. However, he did agree with me and said he would try to make the effort to give himself a healthier lifestyle, which he did. He started to lose a bit of weight eventually. He was in the gym and was enjoying the routine, started eating healthier, but we still treated ourselves on the weekend as I didn't want him to build an unhealthy relationship with food by depriving himself completely from the food he enjoys. However, the last 5 months, he stopped going to the gym and gained all that weight back. Over the last few years, I started to notice my sex drive drop quite a bit. Back then, I didn't know why. My boyfriend would question it often, but I didn't have an answer to it. The thing is, the low sex drive eventually didn't bother me at all. However, I could tell it was bothering him. I love being around him, though. I love cuddling and kissing him and being so close to him. Recently, I started to realize that maybe it's related to his weight. I would try to ignore it and overlook it as I didn't want to affect our relationship over this one reason, especially as he is so wonderful. Last night, he tried to do the deed with me in bed, but I couldn't get turned on no matter how much I tried. We stopped as he noticed, and then we went to sleep. I could tell the next day he was a bit upset, so I said, let's talk about it. Eventually in the conversation, I admitted his weight gain is worrying me, and that may also impact why I'm not as sexually attracted to him as I used to. This was very difficult for me to say, and it made me so sad to admit it out loud. But I thought I had to tell him the truth. I know sex is a big part of a relationship, and I am so scared of losing him if he ever considered leaving me because of our low sex life. At the time, I thought telling him the truth about it could make him realize that there was some hope for our sex life, and it was possible for it to improve. I know he is distraught, but he told me he will make the effort again to lose some weight and create a better lifestyle for him. But I think I completely ruined his confidence as now he's calling himself fat, disgusting, ugly. This breaks my heart, and I know it's all my fault. I assure him how handsome and amazing he is, but I don't think that's enough. Am I the a-hole? Top comments. Comment 1. Not the a-hole. You didn't make that statement to hurt him. You didn't throw him in his face to insult him during an argument. You're genuinely worried, and you talk so sweetly about him. You try to talk to him calmly to make him understand as softly as possible. It must have been a slap in the face for him and a wake-up call. Maybe he has a problem with self-worth, but you often reassure him and are there for him every step of the way. It is a difficult conversation, but you're trying your best to be thoughtful and kind. Keep it up, but consider reaching for professional help for your boyfriend. Comment 2. Not the a-hole. There's not much you can do when your body just isn't into it. It's okay to not be attracted to someone for any reason, but this is also incredibly unhealthy. I hope for his own sake he takes better care of himself. Maybe some counseling could help with the self-hatred, too. Comment 3. Not the a-hole. Although I believe he may be going through something and not communicating with you. Or maybe he's depressed. There's a reason why he's stopping, then picking up the gym, then dropping. I'd keep digging gently for the truth. You never know. What did you think of these stories? Do you agree with the reader's opinions? Leave your own opinion in the comments, or share if you also have a similar story. Don't forget to subscribe. We are a new channel, and we really appreciate your support. We publish stories with new topics multiple times a week. From Reddit Stories Bonanza, we wish you an amazing week.